Alrighty, folks, it is Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. And I'll tell you what, I'm feeling great on a Wednesday morning because we're coming off yet another winning day of personal sports bets on my website yesterday. We cashed in on the Giants, Rangers, Guardians, and Angels. And the only way you could access all of those winners is to be a chairman member on my website. Now, chairman members get access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, folks, you also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, if you don't want to access multiple winners a day and you only need just one, well, boy, do I have a package for you. It's my daily best play. And it costs just $1.99 for 30 days of service. Now, of course, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my website is I actually share with you which one of these free plays on these videos that I'm actually betting on personally. I currently have over 570 members who are signed up and active on my website right now. I'm currently hitting at 67% my last 18 daily best plays, 67% my last 24 extra daily bets, 77% my last 26 Major League Baseball tier package plays, 63% my last 105 board member tier package bets. And finally, folks, I'm also hitting at 74% in my last 19 chairman plays as well. And of course, my current win-loss record, it is in all of those packages. It's documented on my website. You can follow that day in and day out. It's a safe and secure website as well, guys. So all your info is secure. I don't see any of it. The only thing I can see personally is your email address. So the guys over at Patreon, they run a really great platform. I'm thankful that they have such a good website for me to produce content on. And the greatest thing about using Patreon is whenever I make a post, that post goes right to your email after the first day you sign up. So picks just go right to your inbox one day after sign up. So it's a really good deal. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. This is our part one video. We're going to have a part two video coming up in the next couple of hours or so. The reason I broke it down into two videos is we have some earlier games, so I want to get the plays out for you, in a timely fashion. So I had to get a move on. So part two coming out in the next couple of hours. Part one, we're going to start off with the Twins at the Braves, 12:20 p.m. East. Atlanta's minus 170 at home, totals 10. Looks like Colby Allard's making his debut for the Braves. Kenta Maeda for Minnesota. Maeda's just 1-4 with an ERA dangerously close to 7. And even if Maeda has a good outing here today, these Minnesota hitters have really struggled at the plate this year. They're currently in the bottom 5 in the American League in team batting average. They also strike out more times a game than any other lineup in baseball. And there's a lot of bad lineups out there. Now, they're going to have to face Colby Allard here today, who, like I said, he's making his debut with the Braves here today, his season debut. But actually, Allard was in the Braves system a few years back when he was 20 years old. I think that was back in 2018. But cut his teeth in Texas, and in his past 2 seasons with the Rangers, he finished with a 1.28 whip or better. His record was just so terrible because the Rangers stunk for a hot minute there. He actually had a 100 strikeout season in one of those years as well. But regardless, even if Allard has a tough debut here today, he's backed by the most dangerous lineup in the National League, if not the entire majors. The Braves lead the league in team OPS and home runs. Ronald Acuna, he's got the second highest batting average and OPS average in the bigs. Of course, Matt Olson, he is leading the National League in home runs. Now, injury-wise, Polanco and Gordon are still out for Minnesota. When it comes to the total, 5 out of Minnesota's last 6 outings did fall under the number. Meanwhile, Atlanta saw 4 out of their last 7 stay under the total themselves. Give me the Braves minus 170, under 10. Next game, Nats Mariners, 4:10 Eastern first pitch. Seattle's minus 250, totals 8 runs. Logan Gilbert for Seattle, Patrick Corbin for Washington. Now, Corbin's given these guys a little chance to win. He's just 4-9 on the year with an ERA in the 5s. And no real shock, the lefty's got himself a 1.61 whip. Now, these Nats hitters have also been little threat hitting for power this year. They're hitting fewer home runs per 9 than any other franchise besides one. Now, they're going up against Logan Gilbert, who's got a handful of wins and a whole bunch of strikeouts. The righties fanned 89 batters, and he has a 1.02 whip. Logan Gilbert, he is not a fanny. He's not a butt. And along with having the fewest walks in the majors, this Seattle pitching staff as a whole, they've been impossible to score against at home this year. The Mariners allow just 3.6 runs a game in their own building. That is a league low in runs allowed per game at home. Now, Robles and Pineda are still inactive for Washington. 4 out of the Nats' last 5 on the road got over. They're also 60% to the over in their last 10 at any location. Now, Seattle saw the over cash in 6 out of their last 10. Give me the Mariners minus 1.5, over 8. Next ball game, Reds O's, 7:05 Eastern first pitch. Baltimore is minus 165, totals 9.5. Kyle Gibson for Baltimore, Luke Weaver for Cincinnati. And out of 60-plus innings of work, Luke Weaver's recorded just 1 win. He's got an ERA scary close to 7, along with a 1.59 whip. Now, as a whole, this Cincy pitching staff gives up 9.3 hits a game. That's nearly a league worst. They're facing a Baltimore lineup who has little issue rounding the bases. The O's have a top 10 run-producing lineup. Austin Hayes has the 6th highest batting average in the big leagues. Ryan O'Hearn's hitting .314. And if the O's struggle with the bats here today, starting pitcher Kyle Gibson continues to win ball games. He comes into today's contest with 8 wins on the season. I'm telling you, it's not overly dynamic stuff, but it gets the job done. The guy does nothing but win for his team. Now, McCann and Mountcastle are still out for Baltimore. And when it comes to the total, the O's went 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Cincinnati saw 3 out of their last 4 road games get over the total themselves. Give me Baltimore minus 165, over 9.5. Next contest, Padres Pirates, 7:05 East. San Diego's minus 165, totals 8 runs. Blake Snell for San Diego, Mitch Keller for Pittsburgh. And as good as Keller has been this season, the Buccos just don't want to win for him lately. They took the loss in 3 out of their last 4 Mitch Keller starts. They actually averaged just 2 runs a game offensively during that time frame. When it comes to offensive woes, the Pirates are now a bottom 5 run-producing team at home. These guys average only 3.8 runs a game at PNC Park right now. And that's certainly bad news because they have to face Blake Snell here today, who's definitely starting to look like his old self. Snell's got an ERA of .322 right now, along with 104 strikeouts. Now, the Padres also got the W in 3 out of Snell's last 4 starts, and they actually scored some runs for him. The Pods scored 21 total runs during that short stretch. Juan Soto's got the most hits and RBI on the roster. He's also got an OPS in the 900s. Meanwhile, Fernando Tatis, he's the team leader in homers and has the 2nd highest OPS average on the roster. Now, unfortunately, Brian Reynolds is still inactive for Pittsburgh. Certainly a huge piece out of that lineup. Great hitter at the plate, very dangerous. Now, total-wise, 7 out of Pittsburgh's last 10 outings did stay under the total. Meanwhile, San Diego's gone 24-13 of the under when they bat first. Give me the Padres minus 165, under 8. With that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for part 1. It's going to be in that Giants-Blue Jays game, 7:07 Eastern first pitch. Toronto's minus $120, totals 8.5. Chris Bassett for Toronto, Logan Webb for San Francisco. Now, I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you, folks. There are definitely some conflicting factors that make this particular game tough to handicap. Starting pitcher Logan Webb for San Francisco, he's got 6 losses on the year despite a good ERA. Meanwhile, Toronto's Chris Bassett, he comes into today's game with a lackluster 4.32 ERA himself. Now, on the positive side, both teams got the W in 4 out of their last 6 outings, respectively, so there's good and bad on either side. Now, total-wise, the Giants did see the over cash in 6 out of their last 10. Meanwhile, Toronto went 60% to the over in their last 10 themselves. So when it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game is being featured as my $1.99 daily best play on my website. So if you want to see whether I like Toronto getting the job done at home, or if I like San Francisco catching even money on the road, this game once again is being featured as my $1.99 daily best play on patreon.com/Brock Page. And just a reminder, folks, if you sign up for that package here today, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. But as far as making a free pick is concerned, give me the over 8.5. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Atlanta Braves minus 170 under 10. Seattle minus 1.5 over 8. Baltimore minus 165 over 9.5. San Diego minus 165 under 8 runs. With my next and final free pick for the video, give me the over 8.5 in the Giants-Blue Jays game. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Be on the lookout for part 2. Like I said, in the next couple of hours or so, we will complete the entire slate, those later games. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Now, guys, real quick, if you do sign up for a membership on my website, one final reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman membership, it's a full access, all-inclusive package. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you in part 2 right here in the next couple of hours on YouTube.